welcome back to the next scene we're up to with this vehicle. We have now fitted the new inlet plenum onto it, so it's got the correct one on there. It's got the correct sensors now fitted, and we are going to now be working on getting the RS3 rad pack transferred into the Caddy slam panel. Once we've done that, Lewis should be back from the motor factors. He's just going to go pick up a couple of drop links and some random bolts and bits that we need for the van. We're going to try and aim to get the front end on by today, and then I can carry on wiring up the DSG, shifter, pedals and all the other items that are needed in there. So front slam panel next, and then we'll move on to maybe trying to get the fuel system in and relocating the battery into the rear compartment. Yeah, I think we're making really good progress with this van. It's a lot more complicated than how any of the other builds that we've done, except for the white RS3 Caddy. Due to this one having AdBlue and a mixture of a completely different electrical system, we've had to pretty much make a full custom loom going into the dash. But yeah, it's good otherwise. Moving ahead.
Wow, Sinatra. Wow, Sinatra.
Alright, so I've pre-prepared a loom using sections out the old one. I've got the connectors we need, we've got most of our mounting points here, and then we've got the other side of the loom where we're going to repin into here. I now need to make the gearbox loom now into there, so I've got this one and I've got the plug for the shifter. I now need to make them two loomed back into the vehicle. Next update, so we have got the front end back on, if you've not noticed, and the passenger headlight is in and plugged in. At the moment we've still got the laptop out because Lewis is now soldering up the wires for the DSG connector. We need to wire up the DSG plug now back into the cabin and also into the fuse box. We have had to add a secondary fuse box, if I've not mentioned that already, into this vehicle with relays for all the engine components. And then we're going to move on to wiring up the shifter within the vehicle, so we have full CAN communication on that. A little bit more plumbing to do, so we've got fuel lines to sort. We have ordered a new fuel filter for this. We've got the wishbones on correctly, the drop links on, the wheels are back on temporarily so we can roll it around, and the upgraded braided brake hoses are in, so the RS brakes are now all connected to the brake fluid system. We've still got a shed ton of work to be done on this.
Turn the solder iron on.
Did I?
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, I'll turn the solder on. It's back on now. Might think about trying to convince our customer to have meth and use an AdBlue tank for meth, you know what I mean?
Well,
Jokes, wasn't it? Yeah, it's looking well otherwise. Trying to think. We don't have an intercooler on yet. We're going to figure out what we can do. Maybe go with a custom front mount. Same when the exhaust gets done. We have also laid 3 wires underneath for the exhaust valve and fuel pump signal. So when he gets the custom exhaust done, he can have a fully functional valve on the back. That'll work on the sport button that we've incorporated into the vehicle. See, and then we had to add a fuse box in. We need to obviously mount that somewhere. Probably get my dad to cut a little box and it can go into that with a little cover over it. All this wiring last night, a shed ton of it. Kept me and Lewis busy for a while. It's the only RS3 converted Caddy, you know, which has still got an AdBlue module. Yeah. It's going to have a start-stop button. You know, check this out, right? You like this? In there, So you know the 8P RS3 on the sport button, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, look at this. Customer wants 500 horsepower. Switchable map on the start-stop button. Just poke it.
That's what she said.
That's the map switch. Mad, innit?
That's going to be mental.
Peter was loving that one last night, wasn't he?
Yeah. What a mod.
What a mod. Map switch, 500 horsepower on start-stop button.
Purchase your track today. Purchase your track today.
Making a hybrid fuel pump out of the Caddy one and the RS one. It's got the RS actual pump in it and the basket of the Caddy, so we can use the Caddy tank. Obviously now we've cleaned it out and everything.
Alright, so we've done the wiring up to now. We are currently just running a test on it. So we've got power going through the vehicle now. We've got an ECU fitted to it. Lewis is just grabbing VCDS so we can see what faults we've got in the system. Cass is ready with the bucket, so as soon as a bit of diesel comes out from the old fuel lines, we can flush that through some petrol, and we're going to see if we can get start out of it and go from there. No power.
Fault codes on engine.
Fuel pressure sensor, yeah. Yep, so it won't enable the starter because the selector lever.
We've got no power at the minute, so you're not going to work much.
Yeah, so it's saying starter is disabled because of the selector lever,
Yeah, we know that.
which is good.
What are you laughing at?
Gay pose is doing that.
Me?
Yeah.
Waiting for it?
I'm ready, I'm recording.
Right, we've just wired up the N75 at the back of the car to activate the exhaust valve when we make a full custom exhaust for it. We've got the original N75 to put in as well. Cash. I've got the original N75 to put back in as well as boost control, and we've done all the wiring now. So once we've done the N75 for that, we'll put some oil in it, do a test fire. If everything works, sweet, great. We'll tidy all the wiring up, make it look neat, and then we'll check for faults again.
Sounds like a two-stroke.
It's tight, that. Last bit of piping for the N75 valve on the turbo, and then we are ready for a start. I've put oil in it, I've put a new filter in it, and
Fuel's in it.
fuel's in it. Yeah, we put fuel in it yesterday, and we've primed the fuel pump, got rid of all the diesel out of the lines. That's all sweet. So yeah, we're ready to give it a test fire. At the minute, it isn't seeing park. We've got a bit more wiring to do on the gear selector. So we are going to have to jump the starter, but we just want to know for peace of mind, all the engine's working fine, we've got no major faults with it, and then we can go from there and finish off the wiring.
Alright, so the latest update now on the Caddy RS conversion. We have the fuel system temporarily plumbed up and the power now connected to the vehicle. We've got jump packs on there. We are just going to bypass a starter at this moment in time before we wire up the shift lever. We're going to see if this starts up. We have fuel, we've confirmed that, we've confirmed faults, and we have also coded in the gearbox into this vehicle. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens now. I'm going to turn the ignition on 1 minute.
Yeah, let me see if we get any fuel leaks as well, because I'm not going to check that.
You ready?
Yeah, go on.
Fuel.
Right, yeah, that primed. Go one more time.
Yep. Prime that one more time.
Alright,
Back
sweet.
in. Okay.
Okay, keep ignition on for me.
Yep, ignition is on. Fire that starter over.
Ready? It'll just be that one.
To that, yeah. There you go, yeah. That will do it. Yeah.
Do you want a longer one?
No, that should do that.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Right, let's go.
Right, prime the ignition again.
Let me just check these out. Go for it.
You've got first started now, so the van started. We've only done a test fire. We've got wiring to tidy up. It's going to Liam's for an intercooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the van started. Not an issue. Stop. Okay. Ready? All right. So we've got the first start on the van. Really exciting news for everyone that's watching. Right. So the van start. Alright, so as you can see, we got the first start on the van without an issue. We've still got quite a bit to do on this van, such as tidy up the wiring. We've still got other trims and battery died. Alright, so we wired the van up, it's running, it started. Absolutely, oh no, the running and starting doesn't make sense. Okay. The van's running. As you can see in the video, we are well over the moon with the results of it after extensive wiring jobs. So moving this engine into the Mark IV Caddy hasn't been an easy process at all, especially making that loom. We've still got quite a bit of work to do, which is tidy up the wiring, trims, water piping, and we've still got a lot of work to do in terms of getting the intercooler and exhaust system sorted. But thanks to our good friends at King's Custom Performance over in Blackpool, it's going to be going over to them to get sorted. Thank you. And let's wait for the next episode. Follow, subscribe, and watch for more content.
You don't have to wait.